All right, let's get this game started soon. Saints coming to Carolina. They're 2-1. We're undefeated. They're pretty good at pass. The offense is great. Defense, not so much. But I'll be the judge of that. Top players are Olave, Bain Jr., and whoever M. Williams is. Uh, Everyone else is 0-3 in the division. Don't forget, we have the Bucks first round pick. And but the Saints, if we can take one up on the Saints here, we'll be sitting kind of pretty early in the season. Uh, Princely's leading the league, tied for sacks. Bryce Young over there, second in passing yards, but has 9 touchdowns to go with it. Let's see what else pops out. That's kind of it for now. Good to see Bryce doing well over there in California. All right, who's their coaching staff now? All right, multiple zone run. Matt Burke is the head coach. They run a 4-3. Pretty decent scheme fit. Cincinnati's playbook, Houston's defensive playbook. I have not looked at their injury report yet, but ours is same as last week. And I did see this earlier, a couple, yeah, for one of the last games. Vele is out. So it looks like we're going to be seeing Nico for the first time since he got drafted. Nico Yamaleava will be starting. First time we get to see him in action. Bigsby's a running back. Olave, Parker Washington, Eric McAllister. I mean, nothing really too outlandish here. This guy he's had some games against us and this season. I think he was like, I don't know, 2 games he was in the top 3 of receiving yards. Fuaga gives up a lot of sacks throughout the season. Besontes, pretty good left guard, young left guard. Okay, so Kelvin Banks is probably their only weakness on the offensive line. Bain Jr. can provide pressure. Granderson had a couple sacks against us in some games. I remember that much. Breesy, Broughton. Let's see. They're running a fourth. Did it say 4-3-3-4? I don't know. Yeah, linebackers ain't nothing around. Oh, okay. He was like what, the third overall pick? Yeah, we were picking fourth, and he went right before us. Okay, man. Colin Wright, I remember that. Yeah, wasn't he a superstar or something like that, or hidden dev trait? Yeah, I remember. I was looking at him, then they took him before I could, and the guy I took ended up on the practice squad. Someone else picked him up. Which, by the way, someone actually took one of our tight end, the guy who was fullback for us last year. They stole him off the practice squad. Got me nervous when I saw that, but it wasn't anyone that I think we're gonna miss too much. Eh, not the best kicking accuracy. All right, I'm thinking we keep going with the medium passing, and we do the pass playbook, and we stop the short pass. Yeah, let me see. So I guess maybe let's stop whatever they're best at in passing. I don't want these guys running a lot, but they do. They used to pass a lot. That was under a different coach, though. So do I? It suggests I defend medium. Nope. I'm not gonna fall for it. They're trying to trick me, man. They're trying to rig it. If we get beat, we get beat. But if I'm not mistaken, haven't oh no, they did beat us the first year, but yeah. We've had pretty much everyone's number for at least a year now. I think we swept everyone last year. But this is the first time we see Nico. I feel like I'm always forgetting something again. Trade offers haven't really changed. I mean, there was one player that got added, or one team, or the team upped the offer. Here it was, Bucks. So here, take our only surviving running back. Oh man, everyone else is on injured reserve or something like that. Injured for a while. All right, at home. Let's see if we can't get another win here. It's gonna be fun watching Nico play. See how last time I saw him, he was in for a visit before the draft.
EA Sports, and all eyes are on Trevin Wallace. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Panthers and the Saints, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams contenders and a bunch of the other sellers as the trade deadline arrives here at the end of the month. You go on a hot streak heading into Halloween and things will be looking great. But flounder this month, and you may end up seeing some of your buddies shipped off and playing elsewhere.
All right, forgot to mention that we did extend the contracts of Scorton, Princely, and Derek Brown. Princely for 2 years, Derek Brown for 2 years, Scorton for 4 years. And then we'll be looking at other players later, like Jade Barron and Cam Scatabo. And, a couple other roster fillers.
Two of the NFL's
Let's see how they play
starts
today, though.
Challenging each other here.
See if
Off
the
we go
contract
in a week
changed
4
anything.
showdown. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
And his first pass falls incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So it'll be second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. With Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still third down.
The penalty makes this 3rd and 2 now. They're going play action. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That definitely looked more decisive.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 38. This one falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Throw on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And they'll get to this one right around, actually exactly at the 15-yard line. Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Just got his contract.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Keep going.
He just throws this one away.
Why do I feel like Arch wouldn't have thrown it away?
It's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. His work begins at the 31. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And it's going to be Panthers football. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he'll only get this one up to about the 47. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Tight end in motion right. 2nd and 8. Gosh, this is Xavier Leggett. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
I don't
1
understand
yard,
how
all
he
that's
didn't
needed.
get
This
the
is 3rd
first
and
down.
inches.
Let me guess. The bucket marker's not official,
They'll
right?
try and pick this up on the ground. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They'll throw on first. Has him on the quick hitter. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the Saints' 36-yard line.
From the 36. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice
Sanders, do I
game.
need to bench you again, man?
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form
you
of
were
it. He
challenged
was
on that
all
one, so
over
I'm
him
gonna
in
give you a
coverage,
pass
really forcing the
For
incompletion.
now.
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the
53
coach
yards.
wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will get them on the board.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
McAllister now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Olave. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. Second and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Pass brought in by Parker Washington. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on first down. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
Offense to the line for second down.
How much did that penalty cost us?
Throwing now from the gun.
Salary-wise,
Short
it is.
pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. From the red zone now. Escapes out to the left.
See, our guy never does that, dude. What the fuck?
And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return starts at the 9. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Carolina offense headed out now. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Able to find Nakua here. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He finds Sanders. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Oh, there he goes.
Rolling left, buying some time. And this one does not go far.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Here's the give on 3rd and
Follow
short.
him.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Oh, man. I
We'll
wonder
get a
if
stoppage now.
that
Looks
injury
like we have
comes from
someone
that
banged up
offensive
after
lineman.
that run in need of some attention.
Let's find out. Who was that? Reichert. Oh, no, wait. Is it the right tackle? Donko. Where's number 29? It wasn't him. Nick Carver barely touched you, bro.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Pass play coming here. He's got it over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's another Carolina Panther.
Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete over the middle.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now.
Oh.
Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
They go play action on first. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him.
Look, they had half
And
the
the big play
offense trying to
drives
block
them
4
backwards.
guys.
2nd down coming up. Now movement as somebody goes early, and for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything
guys,
they
let's get
can
him.
to make you jump, and
Get 'em.
well, they got one of them to move that time. Trying again, following
Get
the
'em.
sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look
Come on,
tougher now with
Princely.
third and long.
Score, and I just paid you. DB, I paid you too.
Now they'll throw out of the gun.
Oh.
And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself, but he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
Dude,
Hard to do
we
better
keep
than
getting
that.
good
A
field position, and
66-yard
we're just not
punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense.
doing much.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
To number 85. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Saints' 45-yard line.
So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. 7-3 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at second and pretty short. Shotgun snap, they're going to
Oh
throw.
my fucking
To
Lord.
the ground it
Jesus
goes, that's
fucking
incomplete.
Christ. The
Hey,
fuck
I
is
know
he
nobody's
doing?
perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. He's dropping back to throw.
God damn,
He's on
here
the
we go
move.
again.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a
is this shit?
7.
Throw the
Some of the
fucking
boots and
ball
play
away.
actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack.
Jesus
It's
fucking
another
Christ.
first half mistake. He's intercepted again.
Jesus fucking Christ,
And he
man.
makes the Huffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Fuck is
Yeah,
this
this
shit?
quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Extra point attempt coming from
Have
Sanders.
we ever seen an opposing quarterback play as bad as ours have in a
Extra
Dif-
point
different
sent
ones,
right
Bryce.
down the middle. And the Saints drive their
Arch.
lead to 11.
Panthers 3.
I mean, I've seen interceptions, but like,
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
2 fucking interceptions already.
Right up the gut. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
to throw here on first down. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
What was that? Was that Sanders? That was Leggett. No, it was Sanders. Arch, you're fucking next, buddy.
Payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Throw complete to Williams. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The Saints add a fifth defensive back here. Third down coming up. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They're throwing it. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. From the 40 on second down. That's complete. Naku on the left side.
Keep going, buddy. Thank you.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a one-score game in the first half.
Arch,
It's
Puka
a
just
Puka
helped you out,
Naku, a
buddy.
touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the Saints offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First and 10 now from the 30. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up second and 2. From the 38. Olave with the catch. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. From midfield now. Completed over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. So keep that second and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Stiff arm success. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down from the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 2nd and 3 now. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun here. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. 2nd down coming up. Bigsby. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return starts at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Panthers and this running back headed back out for a new series. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Here's ETN on 1st down. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
And he sent a man in motion. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st. Back-to-back carries here. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Panthers at a deficit. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Gets this to Sanders. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Get
Short
in
pass
there.
brought in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights.
How good would we be
And the
doing if we
Panthers
didn't
make
throw
it
2
17
interceptions?
all.
One of them being a pick 6.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away.
Usually when there's 2 interceptions, there's
McAllister
almost
now to
always a
return.
3rd.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Looking to throw.
Prime sack.
Escapes the
Fumble.
and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Drops to a knee. Clock's going to run unless that
they want
defense
that- they
burns one
want
of its
that
2
punt
remaining
return.
timeouts. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt.
It's called fair catch. Go for a bomb.
Getting about 50 yards of boots so far,
Oh,
and
never
here's
mind.
another quality effort.
It's the punt, not a
That's
kickoff.
taken in at the 42. And he's brought down before the return gets far. We've reached halftime, and it's been an even one so far. We are all tied up at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Cordero Patterson has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Panthers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 39-yard line.
From the 39. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Give now to the running back. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Carolina in punt formation. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They've got 1st down from the 31. Motioning left is their running back. Throwing from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And it's going to be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 47. And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think. How many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll throw on 1st. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that.
Oh, not like this.
Oh, my
An
goodness.
interception ends that drive.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Has room down the left
We
sideline.
needed that. Nice.
And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown.
We don't get a lot of
You get a pick
picks.
six. You get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
Highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Saints come marching onto the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love
That's what I want to see, Powers.
And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Quick reaction, plug the hole,
They
tackle
got
the
some
ball
positive
carrier.
yards. That's
Man.
a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Their young left guard. Let's see what DB can do against him.
They bring the tight end in motion. 3rd down from the gun. This is complete to Olave. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Come on, Fisk.
They give up the gut to Bigsby.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. It's taken in by Washington. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion.
Damn.
So that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Man.
Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Looking to the air here. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never
Come on, we got the big guys up there. Good throw.
He's back to throw.
Nice.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
All right, let's get a drive.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Taken in by Williams outright. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On 1st down, they'll run. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Back to the well again. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
I just can't deal with another pick, man. I can't do it.
Looking for a throw here. Finds his man over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Panthers in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. First down, ball at the 36. He's going to throw this one. It's taken in by Williams. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. All
Williams
right, I'll
is
set
looking
up
more
now,
elite this
1st
year
and 10.
than Sanders is.
They'll throw it. Able to find Nakua here. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Nice.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers double their lead to 14. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to go now. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Trying to force one through there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Setting up a throw. Still on his feet.
Fucking Christ.
He's running for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Pass play now. Completed over the middle. And they're gonna bring him down at the 36. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
He'll throw it yet again. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him, the
pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Fucking Mike Green stole it.
And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. They'll try and throw it here. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They bring a tight end in motion right. They'll run here on first down. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Ooh. Okay.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Second and 6 at the Saints 40-yard line.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Again, the ball carrier.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They've got first down from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. He gets 6 on that play, and it'll give the Panthers a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw now. Looking slant round, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 15-yard line.
Back to throw. This throw is caught. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. Another chance for him. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here he is on 3rd and long.
Okay.
And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers making a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders.
You know what? Hold on. Yeah, I'll just do it. Damn it. take sacks from them if they can get it.
People know his number's being called. He still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers stretch their lead to 21. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. McAllister now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Throwing now from the gun. Got Washington. It's complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They've got to keep moving quick here. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Sheds off a rusher. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. He'll throw it. Hits him on the in route. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Trying to set this up quick. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Panthers beginning to celebrate their win here as they take a knee.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and
No need
6.
to fucking stamp it. Please don't stamp it.
So the Panthers pick up the win here. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.
Okay, 266.7 yard or completion percentage, 256 yards passing. 397 total yards of offense, 159 yards rushing. Okay, I thought they passed for more than that, but I guess not. Just felt like it came at clutch times. 4 TDs, but 2 interceptions. Pancakes, bro. Damn. There's a fucking buffet today. Good throw. All right, now we're 2 games up of the team in second place, and we have a tiebreaker against them. All right. Well, they're not going to be up there for very long. So he's averaging a little bit more than 250 yards and 263 yards a game. All right, that'll do it. Until next time, we play the Bengals.